Hello everyone, welcome to Winged Paper Crafting. My name is Angel Fitch. If you're new around here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. I'm so glad you stopped by my YouTube channel. Today we're going to do our third set of alternatives for the July 2025 paper crafting kit called Sweeter With You. And here are the 8 cards that you could have made had you done them as intended. And very pretty cards as they are, but we're going to step ours up a little bit, so let's get started. So the first one we're going to do is kind of an easy one. So I've got a piece of basic white that is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. I'm going to give this a nice burnish with my bone folder. I have a piece of white for the inside that's 5 by 4 1/4. I've got half of one of the card bases that we're going to put on the front here. So let's go ahead and do that. And if you all watched my last video, you know I ran out of seal, so I had to dig out some other adhesive here while I'm waiting to get new. So, all right, let's get this down here in the middle. Okay, so there's that. Now, I've got this. We're actually going to go this way with our card. Got this scalloped piece that was in the kit. It's got this nice little blue stitched line around that. So we're going to put that in the middle here. And then we're going to build up our strawberry basket. This is one of the baskets that actually came in the kit. And we've got a couple of strawberries here. So we're going to build that up here in a minute. And then we're going to do some stamping. We're going to stamp actually right on this right hand side of this white piece before we put this down. So we'll do stamping in a minute. Let's go ahead and build our strawberry basket. So I've got one of the pink strawberries and 2 red ones in my basket. And I'm going to kind of put these, I'm just going to put just a little bit of adhesive on the very ends of the berries, and then we're going to slide that in there and kind of make our strawberry arrangement here just like that. Okay, so there's our basket of berries, and we'll go ahead and we'll put that down here in a minute. So I'm going to put that to the side, and let's go ahead and do our stamping. So I'm going to use Garden Green ink, and on the end or on the outside I'm going to use the thank you that came in the stamp set with the kit, and then on the inside I'm going to put you're the best. So let's go ahead and get our stamping done. So I'm going to ink this up. I'm going to stamp more to the right hand side, like I said, of this piece so that we can build our basket over there. How nice of me to get green ink on it already. I think we can cover that up. We're going to try. We're going to try to see if we can just cover that up. If not, I'll get my sand eraser out and we'll get rid of it. So, okay, so here's that. And let me see, let me find my sand eraser. I just had it a minute ago. There it is. All right, let me go ahead and just see if we can get rid of my ink disaster already. Because why not? You know? We might have to use this as a reason to put on an embellishment if I can't get it off. Oh, let's see. Okay, it's coming. Okay, almost gone. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so that takes care of that disaster. Now see if we can not get any more ink on us. So for the inside, then I'm going to do the You're the Best. So I'm going to ink this up. And we're going to go this way with our inside piece. Get this down. Perfect. Okay, now let me put the ink away. Okay, so let's go ahead and get our inside put in. And then we'll build our cluster on the front. So just like that. Okay, so we're going to put our basket here on just the edge like this, and then I want to pop this whole thing up on dimensional. So go ahead and put our basket down just like this. Okay, and then we'll get dimensionals for the back. And we'll get all the way across that piece, and then just on each strawberry too, because we don't want them to sag on us once we get this down. Okay, we'll get our backs off. And we're going to put this then, all right, come on. There we go. There we go. I think we get them all. I think we did. All right. So we're going to just put this right here in the middle. I'm going to scoot it over just a little bit to the right hand side, because we got to make sure that our strawberries aren't hanging off the edge too much, or it won't go in the envelope. So let's get it. Looks pretty good right there. Okay, so that's good. Now I'm going to use some of these purple backed adhesive sequins here. We're going to use the iridescent ones here. So let's see. You know what? I changed my mind. I'm going to use these pink ones. So let's get some of these on here. We'll put one there. And one up here. There we go. So there's our first card. Pretty quick for this one, but just so cute. Okay, now let's delve into our second one. Our second one's got a little bit more pieces to it here. So we are going to start with a piece of Poppy Parade for our card base. That is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. And we're going to give it a good crease with our bone folder. Okay, I've got a piece for the inside that's 5 by 4 1/4. I've also got a piece for the outside that we're going to build our outside base on. So this piece isn't going to show when we're done, but I needed something to build the base upon, and you'll see what I mean here in a minute. I'm just quickly looking for, I see, oh, there it is. I lost a flower. Okay, I found it. Okay, so let's put this to the side for now, and let's build our base here. So I've got a piece of Pool Party here that is 2 by 5 1/4 that I have run through the Eyelet 3D embossing folder. So makes these really pretty. They almost look like flowers to me on here, but it's just too cute. Okay, so we're going to put that here. And then I've got, this is card base, half the card base, and then half half of the card base. How's that? So we're going to put both of these down here. And we will get this one all the way to the left-hand side. Okay, and then this one on the right-hand side. Just like this. So see, I told you we wouldn't be able to see that piece, but we just needed it to be able to support what we're putting together here. Now, I have a piece of ribbon here that is, let's see, what was this called? This is Sweet Sorbet. So it's kind of a Poppy Parade in white. And so we're going to put this right down the middle here to kind of cover up our seam. And I'm going to just use some tear and tape to put it down. So I'll tear off just a couple of little pieces here. And we're just going to turn this over. I'm going to put a little piece right at this edge. And a little piece down here at this edge. And we'll peel the backing off. There we go. And I'm just going to put this just like that, just barely on the other side. And then I'll put this one on this side. Let's make sure it's straight. Oops, see, it's not straight. Hang on. There we go. Just like that. Perfect. Okay. Now, I'm just going to trim this excess off because we don't need any more bulk back there than we have. Okay. Now, this entire piece now is going to go on the front of our card base. So, I'll get some more adhesive on here. And we will just put this right, let's see, like centered there. Perfect. Okay. Now, on top of this, we're going to build another little cluster. So I have a piece of Poppy Parade that I actually cut out of an old circle set that I had from Close to My Heart. And I think this was like the largest circle in this, which was, looks like about a 3-inch circle. So any 3-inch circle, if you had a punch, that would work. Or any 3-inch circle die would work as well. This just happens to be what I had that was that size. So this is going to go here. And then I've cut another piece out of white. And this is from the Spotlight on Nature dies. That you guys know I love these dies. I use these circles all the time. These are just like a staple that I think everybody should have in their craft room. Because they just have so endless possibilities that you can use these circles for. And I just love that each one of them has a different pattern around the outside. So, we're going to put these to the side here. So this is going to go on here. So I think I'm going to glue this flat. The white piece. Well, actually, you know what? Before they do that, we're going to stamp on it. Let me don't get too far ahead of myself. So we're going to stamp with some Poppy Parade. And I'm going to use our, let's see. Life is Sweeter with You. So the stamp that came out of the stamp set. And then on the inside, we're going to use Love You Lots. So I need a block for this one. So let me free up a block here that we were using before. And we'll get the Love You Lots blocked up here. Okay, so we'll use that in a second. I'm going to use this Life is Sweeter Than You. We're going to use the Poppy Parade ink. Just get this inked up. And I'm going to just go pretty much right in the center, I think we should do. So let's give that a second or two. Perfect. Life is sweeter with you. Okay. Now this is going to go here. So I'm going to put that flat. And then we're going to pop the whole Poppy Parade circle up on dimensionals. So I'm just going to pretty much center that right there. And we'll get some dimensionals. And put on the back of here. And one in the middle. Okay. Get our backs off. And so we'll go ahead and put that right in the center. Alright, looks good. I'm just going to rotate it just a little. It looks just a little crooked to me. Try that again. How about right there? Okay, so that looks good. Now, I've got 2 strawberries and 3 flowers here that we'll put on here. But before we do that, let me finish the stamping so I can put the ink away. So I'm just going to put the Love You Lots here on the inside. I got ink all over the block. Let me just wipe that off so we don't get that everywhere, if we can help it. Let me just straighten that up. There we go. Okay, put the ink away. And we can go ahead and get this on the inside of our card. And then we'll finish our strawberries. Some berries, some flowers, and some gems, and then we'll be done. Okay, so I've got the 2 berries here that I'm thinking just somewhere over here to the side. Kind of like that, maybe. Let's see. How do I want these? Can't decide what I like better. Okay, so maybe something like that. We'll put just a little bit of dimensional on the bottoms of them. And we'll put this one right there. And this one, let's see, how about right there? And then our 3 little flowers here, we'll put some, oops, tape on here. And we're going to put one up here and another one up here. And maybe we don't need gems. You know, we've got our 3 flowers and those are kind of doing the work for us. Let's skip the gems on this one. I kind of like it the way it is. So there's that. So here's our 2 cards that we did today. So these are just so cute. I love this kit. It's been a lot of fun to work with this kit because it's just so cute. So don't forget to hit that like and subscribe and hit that bell so you get notified every time I upload a video. We've got several more alternatives to get through for this kit, which we will get done by the end of the month, I promise. And leave me a comment below and let me know which one is your favorite. And I will see you again real soon. Have a crafty evening. Bye.